Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another arcade game video for you this evening. This is a really cool one. You don't see these too often. This is the legendary Atari Asteroids cocktail table. Asteroids, probably one of the most famous games of all time. If you just say it's an Asteroids arcade game, people know exactly what you're talking about because it's so simple. There's hardly anything to it. But it really burnt up the arcades there for a little while. This is the cocktail version, which is the sit-down, smaller version. Of course, you put a chair on each side and play it. Very cool. We don't get these too often in this cabinet. We get the upright ones a lot, but we've only had 2 of these cocktails. I think they're not super rare or anything like that, but it's just we don't seem to pick them up that often. But we got this one in and just got it finished and figured we'd shoot a little video. Check it out. Very minimal art on it, like Atari was doing at the time. They had this cool kind of wood grain look to all of their stuff. A lot of people don't like that, but I think it looks kind of cool. Again, it was 1979, so at the time that was probably like top of the line, you know. It's got, of course, the original glass top with the silk screened art underneath it. And of course the little vector monitor. Most vector monitors are 19-inch monitors, like on the upright, but this is a 15-inch that they put in the cocktails, and it is doing its thing. Very cool. And so we filmed a video of our upright Asteroids, so I won't bore you with the gameplay. I'm sure everybody knows how Asteroids plays. And it certainly plays the same on the cocktail as it does on the upright. But we'll go over the artwork a little bit. It has a big door on this side with a key in it, of course. You can open that up, and there's a coin box in there that catches all the quarters from the other side. And there's a test switch and a little volume knob and all of the electronics you can get to. Now, usually when you see these, they're a little lower to the ground than this one. This one's sitting out probably 2.5 feet off the ground, something like that. Well, I don't know, it's probably nearly 3 feet off the ground. But the way these things were manufactured, they had these little legs on the side, and pretty much a lot of the cocktails were like this. The Nintendo ones were like this, the Tato Space Invaders ones were like this, and the Atari ones were like this. These legs on the side were adjustable. You could make them longer or shorter. But this particular one, it looks like they've welded it together at some point. They made it as tall as they could and then welded it. Because I guess it wasn't tall enough. But usually you move them up and down, and then there's a couple bolts like these that you put through the side to change like how tall it is off the ground. But this one they made even a little bit taller than that. So usually you don't see them quite this tall. But we like it, and I'm certainly not cutting a weld to fix it. But we're all kind of taller anyway, so it works out good for us. So like I said, the artwork's very minimal. There's the basically the marquee. Very similar to the artwork, I think, on the marquee of the upright one. It says Atari Incorporated 1980, so maybe the cocktails came out a little later, 1980. And then over here are the instructions. So, of course, very simple. Destroy rocks and saucer for points. Avoid being destroyed by the rocks or saucer fire. An extra ship is given for each 10,000 points scored. Hyperspace can be used in emergencies, but there is a chance of explosion on re-entry, people. Basically, you just disappear and then pop up somewhere else, but depending on where you pop up, if you pop up in front of an asteroid, you're in big trouble. In a 2-player game, each player alternates until his supply of ships is used up. And then the asteroids themselves are 20 points, 50 points, or 100 points, depending on size. You get 200 points for the big UFO and 1,000 points for the little UFO. And so on this side, you've got the same instruction set for this player. This is actually the first player side. And then right here it explains the start buttons. It's on free play, so they're just blinking away. Now you'll notice that the coin door light bulb is out. It had this weird little bulb in it that's a twist-in bulb. It's like a number 40 or 46. So we had to order some, but they'll be coming soon, so don't fret. It will be perfect soon. And then the control panels are just so simple. They're powder-coated black, and then they've got just a little bit of like a silver trim on them, and then there's just 5 white buttons. Rotate left, rotate right, thrust fire, and hyperspace. This was before they even were putting joysticks on games. It was just all buttons. And that is wild. So there you have it. That is Atari's 1979 or 1980, I guess, was when the cocktail came out. Asteroids. We don't get these cocktails too often. I think on our YouTube channel here, if you look around, we've got a centipede that we did too on here somewhere. That we shot a little video for. The cabinet's similar, but it's not exactly like this. It's a little bit different, but it looks about the same. So there you go. Now, by the time you see this video, this awesome Atari Asteroids cocktail may have flown off to someone else's home. But don't fret. Check out our website. We've always got tons of arcade games on there for sale if you're looking to buy one. Or you can stop by and see them here in person. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We've got a whole building full of stuff like this. We're always fixing things and selling things and buying things, and just always got all kinds of stuff going on. As you can see by our front room here, we got stuff everywhere. Or if you're not local or you're not looking to buy something, just subscribe to us here on YouTube. Every time we get something really cool like this, we do, vintage coin op stuff. Every time we get something cool in like this, we'll shoot a little video just showing you what it was like. And the reason we do these videos, if you don't know, is just because we're trying to preserve a little bit of this, because who knows how long it will even be possible to see a working Asteroids cocktail. So we will see you on the next video.